Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. What is it? Tuesday? I never know what day it is. I hope you're doing well, feeling loved, safe, and protected. Welcome to those who are new. My name is Rebecca. I'm your guide for the day, for the video. And those returning, I appreciate you guys so much. Okay, so we're going to dive in. They have me starting with the astrology cards, and let's just get the vibe, what's going on, and that we may need to know for our greatest and highest good. And let's just go from there. I won't keep you too long. Let's just get an energy check in and see what is happening. All right. What do we need to know for our greatest and highest good? Healing. Chiron. Okay, so we could be talking about some kind of insecurity. We could be talking about wounds. We could be talking about some kind of vulnerability, or maybe it's just your healing journey. Okay, so let's see where they want to go here. That's a heavy one, isn't it? Okay. Opposition. Okay, so is this somebody who is opposing you? Is this somebody that you have been reflecting something to? About healing, about their own journey, about their own insecurities, their wounds, right? Somebody may be seeking balance, okay? So I do feel like you are, maybe your healing journey is, I just heard rubbing someone the wrong way. There's definitely somebody in an energy of wanting to find some kind of balance, but something has been reflected to them. Devotion. Okay. So sacred, kundalini, dedication, focused passion. Oh, I don't like what I just saw. Okay. Inner spark, spiritual commitment. Somebody may be committed to something, but on a spiritual level. Okay. Somebody's very devoted to something. What are they devoted to? Love. Okay, do we have a divine partner here? Okay, maybe that your healing journey has really reflected to them that they do want to find some balance, okay? There's something about your demons really irritating your demons. What the hell? No, your light irritating somebody's demons. Welcome to Mercury in retrograde, kids, okay? You get it backwards, but we come back around, right? Okay, so your light irritated somebody's demons. Did they work on something? Oh, abundance. There's growth here. Somebody has gone through a growth period. Yeah, because they're not. So this, people feel like they may have missed an opportunity with you. With this trine, it's like opportunities, luck, blessings, rewards. Somebody may have been complacent, okay? And this is happening now. 12th house is usually past. Again, it could be spiritual as well. And in the reverse, this is a negative energy, okay? So, did they dibble-dabble? Did they dibble-dabble? 9th house in reverse too. Oh, that's not good. Oh, Juno in reverse. Bless it. Is this somebody's counterpart that went the wrong way? Now they want to come back. Sagittarian energy. So somebody wants to resurface from the past. Hello, Mercury and upgrade. What in the hell? Just kidding. I'm not going to restart this, so I don't even care, but oh my God, Mercury in retrograde really jacks you up. Okay, so 12th house, limiting beliefs, hidden, things are coming out, something that 9th house can be somebody's thinking, somebody was not coming to life from a higher consciousness, right? Juno, not a spiritual commitment, not a union, but somebody's moving towards you. This person's at a distance, not your partner. Okay. But they look at you as house and home. This person, they didn't know your value. They didn't know their worth. They haven't reached out yet, but honey, this moon in reverse, things are coming out. But you have somebody who doesn't want to change. Shit. Oh, Pisces in reverse. Oh my God, this person's a mess. This person's a mess. We're going to have to use the intuitive Kev. Okay, let's talk about this healing. You're in your north node. You're in your north node. That's what I'm saying. It's your healing that has really, I hate to say it, but triggered somebody. Oh my God, they're all falling out. It could be a karmic femme. Okay. Oh yeah, she looking, girl. She looking. Okay, this person does not love themselves. This is what they're realizing. Something about the distant future. They said put it back. Okay. Doesn't really, maybe that's for a later day. Okay, we'll talk about that at a later day. So you have a karmic femme who doesn't want to be karmic anymore, or they're extremely karmic because they're upside down. There's been some kind of divination. So they've been looking into something, but they don't love themselves. So your healing has really illuminated, has really reflected, you know, somebody's insecurities, somebody's wounds, somebody's vulnerabilities. Okay. There could be something about guilt here. What is this? You know, and here's the thing. Your healing journey is meant to trigger others. Your healing journey is meant to enlighten others about the path, about the things that they're doing that it pulled them off of their north node, off of their path and their purpose. What's this confrontation? Oh, this relationship. Maybe I don't know if this person, maybe you were in a relationship with somebody, or this person, and you know, here's the thing. It could be relationship, it could be friendship. There's some kind of, you know, people together. So friends, business, love. Somebody's really reflecting on something. This could have been somebody that you were in a relationship with, or this is something that they want. God, these cards are flying around. Somebody's doing some kind of work here. Oh my God. They want to work on things. But you've moved on. Oh man. You moved on. You moved away from something. This is somebody who I really think, you know, when I saw this devotion card, somebody was very devoted into working on you moving on. High Priestess, there's something about your intuition told you to move on from somebody, because this spiritual work, there's some kind of spiritual work going on here. Love. Yeah, this was abusive. Okay. Trigger warning. This was something that was not meant for your greatest and highest good. Venus energy too, though, it really talks not just about romance, right? Not just about love, but it's about you seeing the beauty in life. There is growth here. There's gratitude. There's somebody who sits in their self-worth. You love yourself, right? You have somebody over here that doesn't love themselves. That's why they're throwing tomatoes at you or projecting things, right? They went against their better judgment. They went against their better, you know, their intuition. I said, God, I hate Mercury in retrograde. Makes you sound just completely insane. You have somebody who is not stable, okay? This is harmony in reverse. They're mentally unstable. This is somebody sending you the evil eye. So there's jealousy, you know, there's jealousy. There's envy here. You know, but you're sitting over here in your north node, you know, feeling all like, you know, healing and secure in yourself, while you see this person for what they are. Child in reverse. So this, to me, I don't think it's a child. I think it's a new beginning. You have somebody who wanted to stop a new beginning, maybe with a man, okay? Somebody is trapped in their head, okay? Or they wanted you to go to prison. I don't know. Now they're concerned because they couldn't take something from you, something that you were manifesting. Okay, distant future. All right, we won't worry about it then. We won't worry about that. What they were trying to take for you, that's a story for another day, right? Oh my God, this person does not want me telling you shit. Listen, this is divination again, okay? So somebody was dibble-dabbling in some lower vibrational divination, some lower vibrational practices. This is somebody who they're trying to dive into a little too deep. They're trying to dive in a little too deep with you. Rather than looking at the energy around a situation, they're trying to use divination as a way to pry into what you're doing, where you're going, who you're seeing. You know, this is somebody who is energetically spying on you. It's very harmful, toxic, you know, but they're using divination in a negative way. Okay. Exactly. They want access to you. Okay. This person, honey, they want access. They want you to open that friggin' door. But here you are. You're sitting amongst the stars. Your destiny, your whatever, your calling, it is written in the stars. This person wants access. So you have somebody who ultimately is envious, jealous of you. I'm going to keep going because the message is relevant, right? They're jelly. Oh, yeah. You see right through this person, okay? Superficial braggart. I don't know if they were telling people, like, you were pretentious and you're not, right? But you see through this. You see through this. You're not a superficial person. They paid. I'm telling you, this spiritual work, high priestess, they paid a high priestess to try and stop you from moving on or to get you to move on. One or the other. They paid somebody for some energetic work here. Having to do with your love, having to do with your business. Yeah, Pisces in reverse. This is low vibrations. This is... They just said basement dwelling. Basement dwelling spiritual work. God, somebody's on it today, isn't they? What is wrong with me? Oh, shit. They tried to steal a union from you. They tried to stop a union. And like I'm telling you, spiritual law in reverse, okay, could be real law. But you have somebody who they tried to stop some kind of union, some kind of partnership, something from coming towards you. Robbery, burglary, embezzlement, and larceny. Yeah, somebody definitely, there's finances involved. They didn't want you coming into union with someone. They wanted it for themselves. There's also some spiritual laws broken here. This person, they don't want you, look, in cahoots, behind your back, behind closed doors. This is secret. There was some idea that they were going to take some money from you. Somebody paid somebody to put a stop to your destiny. And this is whoever this person was that was projecting things, right? I told you projecting. This is somebody who was very abusive in the past. Friend, business, or love, right? Again, not from your light team. This is from a low vibrational, they have some low vibrational spirit guides or entities. Complete narcissist. Yeah. Look, not of the light. They're not working with light beings. Okay. They're not working with the light being. Devil himself. I bet. Someone's now trying to like gain control of the extreme devilish energy. Don't laugh. That's not funny. Golly. What a freaking mess, right? Oh, shit. Somebody does not... They don't want to be trapped. But look, went against their intuition. And it's like either they are breaking out of some kind of negative thought pattern. Ooh. They went against their better judgment. They wanted you in an 8 of Swords. So again, imprisonment or mental imprisonment, but you didn't fall for something. I feel like you used your intuition. You got out of a situation, but this person went against their intuition or their guidance. They tried to mentally entrap you or maybe they were telling people that you were mentally not right. They did something where you didn't see it. They were doing things behind your back. But the thing is like either people around you know, like, hey, this person isn't what they were telling me, or you got yourself out of some kind of mental situation. Okay. Mile a minute. The downloads coming in. Mile a minute. Oh, 3. This is not somebody you celebrate with. This is not a friend. Okay. Maybe this was in the past. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 other people, right? Involved in this. Ascension, I just saw in reverse. This person refuses to move on. This person refuses to move on. That's not good. 2 of Swords. They wanted you completely blocked. They were paying people to block you. Again, love and business. Finances. They really don't like you. They don't want you to have love. Divine love. They don't want you to feel loved. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Somebody does not want you. Oh God, these just keep flipping. Ace of Wands. They don't want you to have a new beginning in love. They don't want you to have a new beginning in your like creative endeavors. They don't want you to have potential in anything. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. Oh, they're watching the shit out of you. Okay, they're definitely watching you. Page of Swords energy. So this could be a Gemini, right? They don't want to be emotionally manipulating anymore. That means they emotionally manipulated you in the past. 9 of Cups. Look, you're sitting in the energy of wishes come true. You're sitting in the energy of the attitude of gratitude. This is really trapping. Look, divine guidance. You're being divinely guided to your freaking Wheel of Fortune. You know, you're coming out of some kind of 10 of Wands situation while this person can't get themselves out of some kind of wildly tense, burdensome adventure, right? Queen of Wands in reverse, definitely a manipulator. Magician in reverse, yeah, dark manipulations. Somebody paid somebody against their better judgment. King of Pentacles. I'm telling you, these people curse themselves. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in reverse. They lost their business. They lost their money. King of Swords, because you're freaking highly protected. Knight of Pentacles, because you kept plodding along. You know, you kept doing what you needed to do to get out of a situation. Page of Cups. Good news. While these people are just blowing black magic your way, right? They just blowing it. They refuse to end a cycle. King of Wands. This is somebody wanting to take the lead here. They got a truth to tell you. They're trying to gain control of their stuff again. Or they're trying to control something that they didn't invest in. You know, this is, oh yeah, look at this. I'm telling you, this could be family for some of you. This is people that you considered family. This is people that you considered, like, that you felt a belonging to, and they tried to entrap you, but it didn't work. Page of Pentacles, right? So this is, you know, there's a blocking of an opportunity of your growth. High Priestess in the upright, right? Too bad. You can't stop what's meant for somebody. I'm hearing destiny swap, you know, or they attempted that. These people are falling farther and farther down the rabbit hole of some deep negative vibrations. 9 of Wands. I mean, like, no. 2 of Pentacles. They can't get themselves together. This is somebody... could be a Gemini, could be somebody that you had a relationship, or you've got a relationship and they are jazzed about it. Haters! Freaking jazzed, right? Oh, they don't want conflict anymore because they're dealing with things that they can't possibly handle. Not of the light, not in the Most High, right? They ain't gonna win. And there are legal issues here. Okay? Their lives are falling apart. Some of them have a Jezebel spirit attached to them. Entity attachment is what I just heard. You know, they want to come out of some kind of heartbreak. But I'm telling you, Queen of Swords in reverse, this is a manipulation. They don't actually mean that because they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs up in the clouds. While you are this beautiful star energy, you are bringing in healing for a lot of people. You know, you, like I said earlier, your healing journey triggers people, you know. Bless it. Yeah. They didn't want you to have growth. They didn't want you to have opportunity. They didn't want you to have self-love. They didn't want you to have security, right? But the divine, they're like, honey, you messed with an earth angel. Now it's time for you to sit down. That's what I just heard. Sit down. Sit down. Dinosaurs, oh, they're racing into something, but it's not good for them. Yeah, they took something. This trash box took something. I'm telling you, for a lot of people, this is like 3D legal situations. They did something illegal, and it's coming out. Bless that. Okay. Anywho, let's get you some good news, okay? And then I gotta go back to work. All right, let's get you some good news here. You're coming in as like an earth angel. You are sent here to ignite people's healing journey, right? But you have, this is more than one energy, 3, 5 people. It could be more for some of you. This could be a workplace. This could be a love. This could be friends. This could be a social circle, whatever it is, right? There's a couple different options, but you literally are sent here to trigger people into healing, because you have a group of people that went down the wrong path. Rather than face their own healing, they started dealing and dibble dabbling in something very dark. Just heard unbeknownst to them, you can't send vibrations to people of a different vibration and expect it to work the way you have intended, right? So if they're sending you unaliving spells, right? I mean, you can feel it. You definitely can, but it's not going to work the way that they want. Like for me, for weeks ahead of my car accident, I was told there was some unaliving magic. I was told there was a car accident. And I kept seeing cars coming at me for weeks, like driving head on, right? And I'm like, oh, here it is, right? And, but the funny thing is like, it didn't, yes, I got hurt. But it was something so ridiculous, and unbelievable, but I didn't get hurt, but I'm being taken care of, you know what I'm saying? Like something good came out of it. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to anger anybody anymore, but I had some good things that came out of that situation. And, you know, what was meant to unalive me, what was meant to bring me down to the 10 of Swords to where I couldn't get up, it actually helped me in the long run. So, you know, that's where the vibrations are different. You have people working out of malice, and you are coming up here as, you know, you're trying to bring love, light, unconditional love, light, forgiveness, and you're shining a light on the importance of healing traumas. You know, for a lot of you, especially earth angels, a lot of you are these generational curse breakers. So you have a lot of things that have happened to you in your life, and you have turned it around. You basically are a walking miracle. You're showing people that don't believe that they can pull themselves up, that there is more, there is better, right? So I experience once in a lifetime opportunities multiple times a day. And it's because you chose the healing path. You chose to come to life with a higher vibration, and knowing that when you look at life situations and what's happening to you, around you, for you, whatever you want to look at it, life itself is experiences, lessons, and learning. So what if something happened to you? Why is it hitting your doorstep? There is something for you to learn. There is something for you to know. So if we look at life in that way, rather than, oh my God, this happened to me, you know, then you're going to end up turning around and realizing, you know what, it was allowed to hit my doorstep because 1, I had to learn boundaries. 2, I had to understand that not everybody wants the greatest and highest good for me. And 2, you know, or 3, you know, it's having to change your perspective on life, right? Whereas like in my past, I would have looked at this and been like, why does everything happen to me? Why does everything happen to me? I never look at anything like that anymore. And I look at it as, you know what? I'm meant to go through this because I'm meant to share my experience. I'm meant to help you through it, right? The universe spoils me constantly. Yes. And I 100% believe that, you know, 100%. My life is a series of lucky breaks and divine timing. You know, that's beautiful. I received just by existing. You guys are being taken care of. You guys are being provided for, whether you realize it or not, right? I am the example of getting everything I want. So if there was a partnership that you were interested in at the hands of somebody else, this fell apart out of lies or gossip or slander or whatever, right? It's coming back. What is truly meant for you cannot be stolen. Cannot, unless you do that to yourself, right? I feel safe receiving love. You were meant to be loved. You know, where we had this Ace of Cups in the reverse, somebody did not want you to feel loved. And this is, you know, we can say people, groups, a female, masculine, whatever, right? Ultimately, it's not even a person, it's an entity that you are battling. And these people are a vibrational match for these entities and energies. So they're technically a meat suit, you know? Don't laugh. It's not funny, but it's true. You know, when you start looking at, there's no way a person would do that to another person without having some kind of attachment. Like that's not even healthy or normal. Yeah. My life is a series of lucky breaks and divine timing. You have the Lover's card. Your life, you're supposed to experience love. You're supposed to experience partnerships and relationships that bring you balance and unity, okay? And everything is happening in divine timing. You're meant to have, I received just by existing. That's God's way of pouring into you and allowing you to feel the love you put out. Your cup is about to overflow and you receive just by existing. You know, I am the example of getting everything I want because you know your value and you know your worth. You are a high vibration being. You know, I feel safe receiving love. Yes, this may be, you've carried a lot on your shoulder and you're questioning whether love is ever coming in. Honey, it's coming in. You just have to sit in the energy of knowing that it is safe for you to receive love. All right, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys have a need for a personal service, whether you would like readings, healing, guidance, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to connect. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. I do love to connect with you guys. I hope this resonated for somebody, and I wish you guys so much love, light, truth, and clarity on your path. We'll see you soon.